Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel of Debneel's Mathematics Desk. Probably after 9 days, a long period. So actually after the exams, you know what? I had to go with my parents outside for some work. And I'm honest to you, means I couldn't even do a phone call. That the network is so bad at that location, you can't even make a phone call. So if I had to upload videos, then you couldn't means make out from my video what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to explain to you. So maths might be hard for some people, and if the topic is not clear, then it can be quite hazardous for everyone. So I didn't want to do that. I wanted to provide clear topics to all of you. I thought that let it be just for 4 to 5 days. Unfortunately, it was means a long 9 days streak went on. I couldn't upload videos, but from now on I'm regular. I'm back. My network here is absolutely fine, as you can see. So today we are going to resume with interest a new chapter for class 8 part 1. Before that we finished exponents quite nicely in the previous part of class 8's video. Check the videos of exponents and all other chapters which I have uploaded for class 8 on my channel. It will be helpful for you. And also show your support and love towards me and my videos, because it motivates me to make better videos for you all in any kinds of situations and these interesting topics. Now we are going to get with this interest. So we have to see what is this interest. Actually, we are dealing with money today. So let's consider the typical bank. Means you have run out of money, you want to take a loan from the bank. So the amount you want to take loan from the bank, suppose 10,000. Okay, what is that amount called? Principal. The amount which means you take loan or borrow from someone. Here the bank is that someone, that is a principal. So if I borrow 5,000 from my friend, that 5,000 is my principal. Okay, now you will see some people and obviously banks, they offer money, means you can borrow from them at some rate of interest, means for 8% per month per year. That basically means, what you know, that on that 5,000 means 8% of that 5,000 constantly gets added to your principal amount. Means there's a system. So we will just now typically look into an example. So suppose I take some money from my friend, suppose rupees 5,000. Okay, this is the principal. But suppose my friend wants to offer me this money, means he is telling me this: you can take at 8% per year. Then as I have to take this money, so I have to say okay. So I tell okay. So like a conversation, just consider it. So this is the first case where I am out of money. I borrow 5,000 from my friend who offers me this money at 8% per year. What or not this 8% is. Another thing, again I am telling to him, I will return it after 2 years, suppose. Means whatever money he is giving to me, I am returning after 2 years. That is my time. It's quite obvious. But does that mean I only have to pay rupees 5,000 after 2 years? I don't think so. Here comes the concept of 8%. See, here it's given that 8% per year is the rate. This 8% is called the rate of interest. And how does the interest get calculated? Your interest is calculated on the principal. So means what amount I'm actually returning after 2 years? This 5,000 and 8% of 5,000 into 2. See, for 1 year what will be the interest? 8% of 5,000. Okay. Suppose that is, what is it? Let me calculate. 8% of 5,000. Quick maths. 400. So see, I told you interest is calculated on principal, whatever amount you have borrowed. The rate, this is the rate of interest. So the interest is actually what? Your rate percent of principal. Actually, that is the case. Now, for how many years I means taking the money? 2 years. So the interest will be calculated for 2 years. So then if 1 year's interest is this, then 2 years interest will be into 2 equal to 800. Actually, I can also do this calculation quite easily. 8 into 5000 into 2 divided by 100. See, if this will also come 500, 5800. See, 50 into 8, 400 into 2, 800. Then 8 is my rate of interest. 5000 is the money I have borrowed, principal. 2 is the amount of time I am taking to return the money. What is this 800? This is the extra money which I have to pay along with this 5000 at the end of 2 years to him. This is called interest. So it's not like that. It's always you take some money from someone and return the same money after a stipulated amount of time. If the money is offered at some interest, then the interest is calculated on the principal for the number of years you have taken the time. Okay. So to calculate interest, the formula is, which you can clearly observe, principal into rate into time divided by 100. Simple. So your interest is actually called simple interest. This principal I am writing as P into rate, the rate of interest, into time, the time you have taken divided by 100. Okay. This is the basic concept. And so after 2 years, what amount I'm actually returning to my friend? This initial principal and this extra interest. So 5000 plus 800, 5800. So this initial principal plus interest, what is this called? Amount. This is called amount. Means the total sum of money you return to your client, you can say, after the end of your stipulated time, which is principal plus interest, that is the amount. So amount is what? Principal initially plus the simple interest. And that's it. This is the basic concept of interest. If you understand this, you can just figure out all the sums. Now just see, if you are given the simple interest principal and rate, then you can find the time. Similarly, if you are given the principal, time and simple interest, you can find the rate. It's like normal algebra. Many all are given to you and one is absent. Finding it out. So we can do that. Just figure it out that simple interest is the principal you have borrowed, multiply the rate of interest on the principal, multiplied by time divided by 100. And if you put this formula, you get the simple interest. Then if you want to find amount, which is the sum of money you return after the stipulated time period, that is principal plus simple interest. That's all. It's the cycle. First find out simple interest, then principal plus simple interest. Game over. So let's now focus on a few sums which are basically concerned with all these concepts that I have shown you. Let's begin. And always remember one thing, that if your time is given in, what do I say? Not the time. If your rate is given in per year, then your time also has to be in years. If your rate is given in months, means suppose 8% per month, then your time has to be in month. So whatever unit the rate is given in, year, month, hour, minute, anything, the time has to be in that same unit. Remember this. Money, always rupees for you. We are Indians, no dollars, please. So let's see. Question 1. So find interest amount on. Well, it's a good question, you know. It's not given in a direct way. You put the formula and go over. No. Rupees 5,000 at 8% per annum. So annum is actually equal to year. You know, annual, it is 1 year. It is annum is also actually means it is actually 8% per year. Just don't get confused with annum. But the main problem is the time is a little bit tricky. It's a range of time. Now, what is that? You will be asking. We will see what is that. 23rd December 2011 to 29th July 2012. So the question is quite simple. You have the principal rupees 5,000. You have the rate. You have a range of time. Find the simple interest amount. So let's get our data. Principal, you have to find the interest on someone. Find interest on amount on this. That is the principal. I told you. If you have to find interest on any kind of money, if that on any kind of money, that is the principal actually. So principal is 5,000. Guys, don't think that I means copying my explanation from this question. It can be that kind of to you because 5,000 8%, 5,000 8%. No, I just means I thought to write means anyhow 5,000 8%. It came out from my mind only. I didn't know that in one question these numbers were there. But nonetheless, the question is different. The time is there in range, so no worries. So here our rate is 8% per annum. I'm writing year, you know. Fancy annum is not looking good. Time. What we have to do first of all, we have to calculate how many days are there in this range of time. So calculating for days. So in month of December, we have 31 minus 23. It is 8. January, we have 31 days, obviously. February, adding a short form. February, wait, it's a leap year or what? 2012. Yeah, it's a leap year, you know. It's consists of 29 days February. So take this. March, then comes March. Many months. You have to calculate the number of days in this time. March has 30 days. My memory got. But March has 31 days. I mean, it's crazy. What am I talking? March has 31 days. Come on. April 30 days. May has 31 days. June 30 days. Making us write the calendar actually. Not fair. And the July month, it's up to 29th. So 29 days. See, the last limit is 29th July. So obviously in July 29 days. Now count the total number of days. 39, 28, 67, 31, 98. Wait. 39, 29. It's going to be 68, 31, 99, 31, 29, 31, 160, 190, 219. Yeah. So total days, if you calculate, it is 219. So 219 days. but our rate is in 8% per year. So in year equal to, this is what, 290 by 365 year. Okay, then divide this both by 73. This will be 3, this will be 5. Wait a second. 59, 29, 68, 31, 99, 129, 160, 190, 290. Yes, it's okay actually. Yeah. So 219 days means 219 by 365 years. So that means 3 by 5 of a year. So that is our time actually. So that's how we calculate time. First of all, you count the total number of days in the range of the time. Then divide by 365 equal to the time in years. Depends on what is your rate, the unit, that it has to be same in the times unit as well. Year and year. Now finish the job. Simple interest formula. We all know. I'm writing only interest because they're asking us to do that only. So interest is what? Principal, which is 5,000, multiplied by rate 8%, multiplied by time is 3 by 5 of a year. So 3 by 5 is 3 in numerator and 5 in denominator. 100. Don't do this mistake that 8% 8 by 100. Already this 100 is given here. Okay. That the formula says P into R into T by 100. Means R by 100 is actually R percent. So this formula you can also write as P into R percent into T. You can also think this formula like that. Then R percent R by 100, the 100 comes down. So yes, 8%, so 8 by 100. That's all. Now do the calculation, easy. So here I get this 5 out of the way. What is this? 10, 8, 18, 3, 240. Nice. Easy maths. So, but it's 3 by 5, right? Yes. So dividing this zeros out of the way. 5 gone here. 10, 10 to 8, 18 to 3, 240. Yeah. Rupees, obviously. So this is the interest. Done with that. Now amount. They're asking us to find the amount. We know how to find that. This principal, which was what? 5,000. Plus the interest we got now. 240. So 5,240. Yeah, that's obviously right. Got it done. So how easy is that? Simple interest formula, you all have it. Just finding this time. This is the main part. You calculate the number of days, divide by 365, the time in years. Principal and rate you already have. Find the simple interest using this formula. And then amount, principal plus simple interest. Job done, easy. So sums are like that. No question can be like that straight cut. They will means twist the question like this. The time, see, not a direct time, not 2 years, 3 years. They have to read in range, making our job harder. Nothing is hard for us. So let's move on. So it's quite hot here, guys. Let me just switch on the fan. 1 second. Now it's looking better for me. Now we have next question. Rohit borrowed rupees 24,000 at 7.5% per year. Rupees 7,000, no, 24,000. That's 7 point. And my pen, is not working well. How much money will he pay at the end of 4 years to clear his debt? See, I have to give some force so that the pen writes down. Easy actually. This is very easy. But it's making it harder for me because of my pen. So can my red pen help me here? I don't think so. I have to cut it with black. Guys, give me 1 second. Let me just see if I have some other pens because this one is horrible. Give me some time. So I got something, guys, out of my, means what do I say? I have many markers. I don't know which one gives out ink. So this one might work. So I've written the question. So Rohit borrowed 24,000 at 7.5% per year. So money borrowed, principal, rate given to us. What is the time? 4 years. Let's find out the interest first. So simple interest. Wow, it's looking nice actually. If we write it a bit bigger. Oh wait. Oh, it's a permanent marker actually. Still here can do it. It's going to take it harder. Still we can do it. Let's see. Something is better than nothing, right? So interest will be what? Right, we know the formula of simple interest. Principal 24,000 multiplied by rate 7.5%. That means 75 by 10. To time. What was the time? 4 years. Yeah. Before and after here. The pen is nice, but means rubbing it is quite hard. So this is quite clear to you. See, principal, rate and time are given to us. So finding the interest using this formula, simple. And 7.5 is 75 by 10. And percent, so 100 in denominator obviously. Let's calculate interest. Another zero for you. Yeah. So 24 into 4, 96 into 75. Let's calculate here. So 6 are 450 into 4 is 45 in hand. Now we have 675 plus 45, 720. Is that the interest? Let me just see. 96 into 75. What can go wrong? 96 450, 45 in hand. 675 plus 45. 730. Absolutely correct. So this is our interest. Now, in the example I showed to you, what amount I am returning to my friend after 2 years? The principal plus the interest, right? So the amount I return at the end of 4 years to clear his debt is actually the amount, right? How much money he returns at the end of 4 years to clear his debt? That is the amount actually. The initial principal and the extra interest. That is what you have to return. So now amount, I think AM equal to principal, which is what was that? 24,000 plus interest we got 7,200. This one. Money returned after like 4 years. Yeah, that is what he is returning actually to clear his debt. So to clear your debt, you have to means pay the original principal and the interest that means has been formed from this rate of interest and the amount of time. That is your money to be returned. And this is the answer. The question can be in a twisted way, but if you learn the concept, then it's going to be easy. You always return the principal plus the initial means interest formed as the means final amount to clear your debt. Remember that. Let's proceed. We see if I can rub this one. This is very hard, you know. Yeah, it's very hard. Let's see, guys. We can do that. It's going to take some time. Oh God, it's not going. See, let's see. I'm rubbing this one. Okay, so you know the formula now. Just rubbing it. Wait, something can remove it, right? Oh, it's not going, you know. So let's use some other space on the board to do the sums. So question 2. Okay. Now here let's do question 3. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my black pen here to do the questions, write the questions. Okay, so here I'm writing it now. It's not working. It's not working. We have to use this only. So now the next question. On what sum of money? See if I can just let that goes off. No. It's a permanent marker actually. What sum of money? Will simple interest be rupees 7,008? I'm writing SI, okay? Is 7,008. In 6 years, 3 months, and 5% per year. 6 years, 3 months, 5% per year. Okay, this is the question. So here our principal sum of money, it is suppose X. It's not given to us. The time is 6 years, 3 months. That means it is in year the rate. So time should also be in years. So 6 years, 3 months means 6 years plus 3 by 12 year 1 by 4 equal to 6 1 by 4 years. And rate is given to us 5%. Simple interest 7,008. Now putting the formula, simple interest will be 7,008 equal to principal X to times 6 1 by 4 means 25 by 4 to rate which is 5, 100 in the denominator. Now cancelling it, or rupees 7,008 equal to 5x by 16, or x equal to Wait a second. Wait. 6 1 by 4. 25 by 4, right? Time, yeah. Rate, obviously. 1 4 5x by 16. So x will be, I'm just checking out something, guys. Wait a second. 6 years, 3 months. It's 3 months, right? Yeah. Means the figure answer that will come is quite decimal places involved in it. That's my main problem, nothing else. P into R 5 into T 25 by 4. Yeah, it's actually correct and nothing wrong here. Yeah, it's obviously correct. So x will be what? Is 7008 multiplied by 16 by 5. That will be it actually, or x equal to rupees. This one if we calculate, let's see. So this one 7008 into 16, 128, 12 in hand, 2, 1 in hand, 16. Okay, wait guys. It's quite, see that's one problem, means this our decimal answers is quite horrible. Okay, 12 in hand, 2 in 2 is here, 1 in hand. Now 1, 16 into 0 0 and then 1 and 16 into 7 112. That was 7008 into 16. So 7000 into 16 it is 1120. Yeah, it's actually correct. Yeah. Okay. So divided by 5 equal to 1 6 and 2. Wait. Actually 2 1 2 again 2 then 2 and 1 4 1 and 2 again 2 2 and 8 5 3 and 0 6. So this is what the answer is actually. As you can see here, we divided by 5. Yeah, this will be it. So the answer is quite tough to see. Means it's a decimal answer, but the question is quite simple. Here the sum of money is absent, interest is given, time is given, rate is given. I told you if you know the formula, you can just do normal conversion and get the answers. So we did that here. Let's see, principal we take as x. Time is this. 3 months means 1 by 4 year. So 6 1 by 4 year actually. And rate is 5%. So this one is time is 25 by 4 years. Rate is this. And principal is x. Simple interest is 7008. So then just putting the values, simple interest equal to principal x into time 25 by 4 into rate 5 divided by 100. Then just do the calculations. 25 by 25 1, 100 by 24, 25 is 4, 4 into 4 16, 5x by 16 equal to 1008. Then doing the calculations we get x as 22,425.60. This is our principal, which is the sum of money. Okay, that's how you solve it. It's that easy. Now let's move on to question 4. At what rate percent per year will a sum of money double itself in 6 1 4 years? at what rate percent per year will a sum of money double itself in 6 1/4 years? Same kind of question. So, yes, sum of money is doubling itself. So after the sum of money gets doubled, that is actually the amount. Don't get confused, guys. See, the sum of money is getting doubled after this time, and we know any sum of money gets increased after some time because of some additional simple interest, and that's why it becomes the amount. So this doubled amount is means doubled money. It is the amount. Remember that. So if you take the sum of money as 100, let P equal rupees 100, then amount will be what? Double itself to 200. Now we have a formula that amount equal to principal plus SI, right? AM equal to P plus SI, or SI will be what? P minus AM. Oh no, amount minus principal. Amount is 200, principal is 100. 200 minus 100 equal to, and this is the interest, right? Your principal is 100, then amount will be double that given in the question. Now amount equal to principal plus SI. We have amount and principal. You can calculate SI. This is amount minus principal. 200 minus 100 is 100. Now everything is given to you. So simple interest is rupees 100 equal to uh, principal, which is also rupees 100, into rate, which we take as R because we don't know what is it, into time. Time is 25 by 4 years. Actually 61/4 is 25 by 4. Put 100 here. So 100 0 cancel out, or 25 R for rupees 400, but rupees also gets cancelled out. 25 R equal to 400. So R will be 400 by 25 equal to R 16. Therefore R equal to 16%. Yep, easy. How easy is that? Just see it. You have the principal at 100. You take the amount, it is double that, 200. Simple interest amount minus principal 100. Gone. Then simple interest is equal to principal 100 into rate, which we are taking as R, into time, which is 25 by 4, and 100 in denominator. Zeros cancelled out. So here this rupees also cancelled out. So 100 equal to 25 into R by 4. 4 into 100 equal to 25 R. R equal to 400 by 25, 16. That is it. Your rate is 16%. So in this kind of questions where you see the sum of money and the amount both are missing, and the simple interest both are missing, take the sum of money, the principal as 100, then your amount is whatever given to you, the operation, do that to get the amount. Simple interest amount minus principal. That's how you do it. Take the principal as 100 in this kind of questions. Okay, and we have completed this question as well. Let's move on. It's super easy, if you learn the concepts always. Next one. My pen is spinning, I don't know. In what time will the interest on a certain sum of money at 6% be 5/8 of itself? This one is comparatively much more easier. So I take the principal as rupees 8. Let. Then my interest will be what? 5 by 8 of the principal. This 5 by 8 into rupees 8. Rupees 5. Okay. Now my rate is 6%. Time I don't know. So simple interest, which is rupees 5, will be equal to principal, which I have taken as rupees 8, into rate, which is 6%, time t divided by 100. Easy. Then solving for the time. Oh, this is crazy. What time the interest on a certain sum of money? That's be 8 5 by 8 of itself. Is 5. Is 5 equal to principal rupees 8 into r into t. So dividing this 54 and this 325, or rupees 12t equal to 25 into 5. 125, I guess. Yeah. Rupees 125. Rupees out of the way. Time equal to 125 by 12 equal to 10. 4 5 by 12. Yes. Yeah. So I think that this is the answer. Let me just see. So I took the principal as rupees 8. And my interest is 5 by 8 of the principal. This is 5 by 8, right? Yeah. So 5 by 8 of rupees 8 is rupees 5. And R is 6%. I have to find the time. In simple interest, rupees 5 equal to principal rupees 8 into rate of interest rupees 6 only, to time which we don't know, divided by 100. We're doing some calculations, dividing this by 2, this by 2, 4 comma 3, and this by 2 into 4, 25. And 4 into 3, 20. 25 into 5, 125. Then t rupees gets cancelled out. 125 by 12, which is 10 whole 5 by 12 years. And this can actually be written as equal to 10 years, 5 months. Right? 5 months means 5 by 12 years. So see how easy it is. Means the sum, maybe it will look hard to you, but be clever. See why I took rupees 8? Because if I take rupees 8 as principal, the interest will be 5 by 8 into rupees 8, rupees 5. No decimals. If I take 100, then 5 by 8 into 100, that will be a decimal figure. Why to go for it? I will obviously choose the correct option. You can take the principal as anything. For that, the respective interest will be carried out, and you can do the calculation accordingly. But means choose your variables according to your means comfort, so you can do the sum much more easily without any decimals and that problems. How easy is that? Within 4 to 5 lines. Obviously, you have to know the formula. Interest equal to principal into rate into time by 100. Then it will be easy for you. Let's move on. Okay, this is a good question. What sum of money? Okay, let me just see. What sum of money borrowed on 24th May will amount to rupees 10,210.20 on 17th October of the same year at 5% per annum. Simple interest. This is a good question. a very good question. So, a lot of things in this question, we have to be very careful with the question's logic. So, let's go step by step. Sum of money, not known to us, take it as x. Time, so let's calculate the time. It's a range, 24th May to 17th October. So in May we are having then 31 minus 24, 7 days. June plus 30 days, 37. July plus 31 days, 68. Then August, another 31 days, 99. September, another 30 days, 129. And then October, another 17 days, right? 146. So time equal to 146 days equal to 146 by 365 equal to 2 by 5 year, right? Rate 5%. Okay. And amount equal to rupees 10,210.20. Yeah, that's a crazy amount. Now we know one thing, that simple interest is equal to amount minus principal. So our interest will be amount, which is 10,210.20, minus the principal, which is x. Let it be. Now coming to the formula, if we put it in the formula, interest, which is 10,210.20 minus x, will be equal to principal, which is x, multiplied by rate, which is 5%, multiplied by time, which is 2 by 5 years, and 100 is the denominator, obviously. Then solve this, 5 and 5 out of the way, here also 50, or 50 into 1210.20 minus x equal to x only. Yes, because 5 and 5 cancel out, 2 gone, 50. 50 into this equal to x. Okay. Now let's calculate this crazy stuff, which is actually our main problem. Let's see if we can destroy this problem. And 50, right? 50 into 0, 0. 50 into 2, 100. Then 10 in hand, 50 into 0, 0. Another 0. 1 in hand. 50 into 150 plus 151. 5 in hand. 50 into 200 plus 5. 5. 10 in hand. 0, 0. 0. 1 in hand. 50 into 151. Let me just check one thing. This one into 50. This one into 5. What will it be first of all? This one into 5, right? So 51 51050. And here if I do 50 10, yeah, this is correct. So then this multiplication is 510510.00 minus 50x equal to x, or x plus 50x means 51x equal to 510510, or x equal to 510510 divided by 51. Now the calculation, 51 by 51, 1, then 0 comes down, another 0, 5 comes down, another 0, 1 comes down, 1, and then another 0. Let me just do back calculation means I am scared, 0, 51, 151, 5 in hand, then into 0, 0, 0 here as well, 1 into 0 again 0. Wait, what am I doing? What am I even doing here? So I'm dividing this by 51. So 51 into this one. 51, 5 in hand. 5, 0, 0, 51. Okay, yes, this is correct. So x is value is 10,000, 10. What was the thing we took as x? Principal. P equal to P is 10,000, 10. We had to find the principal only, right? Sum of money. Finished. How easy was that? First of all, tell me. Just forget about this crazy calculation. Multiplication, these kinds of multiplication, it can take us time. But actually, the logic of the question, I didn't see anything hard in that. Just see. You take principal as x, count number of days in this time range, convert to years, 2 by 5 year. You have the rate, you have the amount, and you know interest equal to amount minus principal. Keep this as interest. Then this interest equal to principal x into rate 5% into time t, which is 2 by 5 year, right? 100 obviously. Then put all those values, cancel out, then x will be equal to 50 into this one. Then do this crazy multiplication. You get this x plus 50, x 51, x equal to this one. Then x equal to this by 51, again to the division, you get 10,010. And x is what? The sum of money. So from the means I will advise, means they are giving amount and not the sum of money, and take it as x. Convert it into simple interest. How? Amount minus principal. Then put the interest equal to P into R into T by 100 formula. You will get that unknown x quite easily. Okay. Now let's move on. We are going good. We will go good, you know. Okay. So here I have Mr. Mohan. Mohan lends rupees 2,550 to John at 7.5% per annum. If Mohan discharges the debt after 8 months, by giving an old black and white television, what is this? Old black and white television and rupees 1422.50, find cost of TV. Okay, that's a funny question, you know. Who on earth gives a TV to discharge the debt? I don't know. And while giving this 1422 means crazy. Anyways, questions logic you have understood. So, first of all, we have to see what amount actually John has to pay back to Mohan. How? Let's calculate interest. So, interest I for this one, interest for John. Interest is for John, right? Because Mohan is lending it to John. Then the money John gives back to Mohan with some interest. So interest for John is what? The amount lent, principal 2,550 into rate 7.5%, 75 by 10 into time 8 months. 8 months means 8 by 12 year and 100 denominator for you. Then do this. Dividing by 4, 2, dividing by 4, 3, 0 out of the way, dividing this 3, 25, Okay, 25 gone, 4. This one also gone, 2. So 255 by 2, huh? Yeah. So the interest is coming to me 177.5 rupees. I'm verifying, guys. Don't worry. So 2550 to 75 into 8 by 100 into 10 into 12. Yeah, that's okay. First of all, I divide this by 4, it's 2, and by 4, it's 3. This one gone, 3 is 25. The 0 is out of the way. Now 3 is gone, this is 25, okay. And then 25 by 25, 1, 25, 100 by 25, 4. 2 by 2, 1, 4 by 2, equal to 2. Then what? 255 by 2 equal to 177.5. Is I did it correctly? Interest. Now we know that the amount John will return to Mohan is actually the initial principal plus the amount of interest that has been formed for him. So now amount John returns to Mohan equal to principal, which is he took the money 2550 plus the interest, which is 177.5. This will be 2727.50. 127.5. Absolutely. But how is John returning the money to Mohan? First of all, rupees 14,000. But now we can now take, let price of TV set equal to X. Then the amount of money Mohan has to return, John has to return is 27,000. No, 2027, 2727.50. How is he returning it? Which is with the help of price of TV set, which is X, and another 1422.50. Easy. So then my X will be, yeah, so X equal to 2727.50 minus 1422.50 rupees, and this will be 1000 rupees, 1305. Finished. Easy. What is the difficulty? Means he has to return the money to Mohan. How is he doing it? With some money and another cost of TV set. These two total he returns the money. So then first of all we have to calculate what amount of money he has to return actually. How? That is the interest equal to principal into rate into time by 100, you get the interest. Amount, which is actually the sum of money John will return to Mohan, principal plus interest, this one. Now if I take the price of TV set as X, then the amount of money returned by John 2727.50 equal to actually the price of TV set and this additional 1422 rupees. Just read the question. Mohan discharges the debt. Yeah. Mohan discharges the debt means what? Means Mohan clears John of the debt. Means John, you are now out of debt. You have means given all the money. How is Mohan discharging the debt? Means how is John giving the money to Mohan? By giving an old black TV set and these rupees. So the sum of the cost of TV set and this money should be equal to the money John is returning to Mohan. And that's the statement here. And if you just calculate X, that is the price of TV set, 1305 rupees. That's how you do the questions. All are concerned with one thing. You calculate the interest, calculate the amount, and that is the sum of money returned by the person after the stipulated time period. And if time period rate are not given, obviously others will be given. Find them means take them as the values and then find the unknown like normal algebra. Hmm? But if suppose one or two things are not given, like that I show you, sum of money and interest, then but a ratio is given, sum of money equal to 5 by 8 of interest, like that, then take the sum of money means according to your choice, such that the interest also becomes it's a round of figure. Okay, in that question, this one actually, see, I took it as rupees 8, then the interest became 5 by 8 of rupees 8, rupees 5. Intact figures, it can be easier for us to calculate. That's how you should do it. Okay, just remember this, and this is actually interest part 1 for class 8. You completed it quite easily. Remember what is simple interest? It is the principal amount you have borrowed multiplied by rate on that principal amount into time for which you have taken the money divided by 100. Not the end of story. The amount of money you will return to the person, it is the sum of the initial money you have taken plus the interest that has been formed on that money. Okay, which is called the amount. That's it. And remember the algebraic methods. All are given. Take the not given thing as x, calculate it, finish. And always be careful with this kind of multiplication because they define the answers. Is the main your main answer. Okay. See you next video where a new concepts are waiting for us. Obviously, you see what they are. Some improved and higher standard questions. See you in the next video. Find my video on interest part 1 for class 8 very informative and helpful. And all the initial concepts of this chapter were quite interesting and helpful for you. Leave a like and share and subscribe my channel because it motivates me to make better videos for you all. Even after I come back after a long time with a lot of energy, expecting some love and support from your side. See you in the next video. Take care and goodbye. Thank you.